Christina Vogel then just winding down. We're going to move on very quickly to the women's points race. The riders there, we'll pick a few out. Ashley Akudinoff there at the top, the silver medalist in the team pursuit already during these World Championships. Looking through the groups of riders, we have Danny King of Great Britain, who has already won a world title here. We have Caroline Ryan, who was a bronze medalist in this race last year for Ireland. Giorgia Bronzini, double world champion on the road for Italy. Sofia Ariola, who was the rider who took the silver medal in the scratch race last night. We should just mention Anastasia Chilkova of Russia. When we get a glimpse of her, she's the defending champion. Taking a look there at Jamila Mashakova of the Czech Republic, silver medalist in the points race in 2011. In the green and white is Caroline Ryan, the bronze medalist in 2012. The German rider there, that is Stephanie Pohl, and there is Giorgia Bronzini. Points race then, 25 kilometres, 100 laps of the track, 10 sprints. And yesterday I think we had one of the most exciting races that we had throughout these championships, the men's points race. So let's see what the women's race can hold. The Polish rider, Małgorzata Wojtyra, smiling away. There is Ariola, who put in that great performance yesterday in the scratch race. This is Kononenko of Ukraine, the Australian rider Akudinoff. Danny King of Great Britain, 3 times a world champion in the team pursuit. Some palmares on these riders. There's the Czech rider, Mashakova. And Małgorzata Wojtyra smiling away to herself, looks pretty happy. Kononenko, in front of her is Chilkova, the defending champion. Just in front is Wojtyra. In front of her is Caroline Ryan, who yesterday put up that massive fight to try and win the scratch race. I saw her this morning at breakfast time. She said her legs just tied up. She just didn't have enough left. She just couldn't go with the acceleration. She said as long as she's recovered, she'll give it another go today. Concentration on the face of the riders. This rider here, Giorgia Bronzini, in the Azzurri blue of Italy. World champion of the points race in 2009. So let's keep up with what's going on as the race continues. Remember, there are sprints every 10 laps. 5, 3, 2 and 1 points for the 4 riders across the line. If you take a lap, you get 20 extra points. And the Commissar's gun didn't go off, so he runs into the track centre, fires the gun, and now we're underway. 100 laps to go. Riders staying up towards the top of the track, and no one really prepared to go for it. However, right on cue as I say that, it is Wojtyra of Poland, silver and bronze medals in the European Track Championships, who goes on the move. We've seen this move in races so far. Riders looking to take a lap as early as possible before everyone really gets warmed up. And Wojtyra looking pretty quick. Now 3 riders trying to go with her. Previous winners of this points race include Cholkova, who's in the race. Sharakova won it in 2011. Tara Whitten of Canada, the winner in 2010. Bronzini was the winner in 2009. Before that was the Olympic and World Road Race champion now, Marianne Vos of the Netherlands. Catherine Bates of Australia was the winner in 2007. I had a little message from her earlier on today. Said she's kind of missing it. She was giving a little bit of advice to, I think, probably Ashley Akudinov about the points race. And this is the chasing rider, the defending champion, number 68, Anastasia Chilkova, looking to try and get across to the leader now. The leader in red and white, and Chilkova in the blue, white and red of Russia. 94 laps to go, 4 laps to the first sprint. The peloton have woken up a little bit and are looking to try and bring this gap back if they possibly can. Chilkova moving too quickly for the Polish rider. And now they are combining at the front. 2 minutes of racing covered, 93 laps to go. Chilkova has a style where she ends up pulling herself right forward in the saddle and always has to push herself back. It wastes a little bit of energy. Much more fluid style of Malgorzata Wojtyra in the red and white. Just see how these riders pedal. Chilkova much more punchy. 92 laps to go. 2 laps to the first sprint. They get the bell now. 1 lap to go to the first sprint as they look round at each other, and now 2 riders are going to overtake them. And it's the Dutch rider who's going here. And this is Kirsten Wild, the bronze medalist in the Omnium World Championships in 2011. Tracked immediately by Ishii of Japan. She takes 3 points. There's the replay, Kirsten Wild crossing the line. Ishii is a national champion in the Keirin, a national points race champion on a couple of occasions. Looked like Bronzini took 3rd. She did. Here's confirmation of sprint number 1. Kirsten Wild of the Netherlands is there at the top of the board, 5 points. Ishii in 2nd, Bronzini in 3rd, and it was Lotte Kopecky of Belgium who took 1 point. The pace settled down for a moment. Now the Canadian rider Jasmine Glazer goes to the front and immediately joined by the rider in green and white there from Mexico, Sofia Arreola. She's obviously recovered from her scratch race silver medal last night. Danny King of Great Britain goes to the front, followed quickly now by Kononenko. And now we have the attack of the German rider, Stephanie Pohl. She goes to the bottom of the track as things calm down. And Stephanie Pohl now makes a move. Just ridden the Tour of Qatar. Rides for the Polaris team and comes from Cottbus as she accelerates away. Takes almost half a lap very, very quickly. 85 laps to go. Stephanie Pohl picking the knees up, making sure that she keeps the pressure on, and now looks like she could take a distance that could put her in with a chance of getting these 20 extra points. So European points race champion is Stephanie Pohl. I was talking to her coach earlier on today. Says that she is back racing, has just had a child and therefore took a break. Now back racing, absolutely thriving on it and looking good. Has now got what is probably 2/3 of a lap. As you can see, you can't, if you look across the track, maybe half a lap now on the rest of this peloton. So she really is going to have to motor to get on. If you don't get in the slipstream and get the drag effect on the track, then you get just left out there and use an awful lot of energy. So she's going to have to hold on for this sprint. The big acceleration happening behind her. She goes for the 5 points. The acceleration happening, and it is a Cuban rider, Jarmila Mashakova, who is trying now to take the second place points as Stephanie Pohl hits the line here for Germany, takes 5 points. It is going to be Dominguez who takes second place. Bronzini takes third, and Danny King of Great Britain takes fourth place. Stephanie Pohl still going for it here. Confirmation then of sprint number 2 of 10. Stephanie Pohl takes 5 points. Yudomis Dominguez of Cuba takes 3. Bronzini takes 2. Danny King takes 1. And it looks like Stephanie Pohl has decided that this attack is going to come to nothing. So in time, she moves to the top of the track to recover, just to give herself a chance for her body to let her heart rate come down. And then she moves back into the string. Danny King weaving up and down the track a little bit. The current standing, Stephanie Pohl with 5 points, Kirsten Wald with 5, both on equal first place. Bronzini's in third, Dominguez equal on points with Ishii on fourth place. The rider from Hong Kong, China, Wan Wei Wong, is the rider who goes to the front. Little group of riders going away now. The crowd getting animated because the Russian rider, Chilkova, is in here again. Now the Mexican rider is making attack, 76 laps to go. It is Areola who combines now at the front. And the Czech rider trying to go across, Mashakova. 3 riders look like they're going to combine and start to work together. So it's Areola on the front in the green and white of Mexico. Mashakova of the Czech Republic, the silver medalist in the World Championship points race in 2011, and the rider from Hong Kong, China, Wan Wong. .74 laps to go, 2 sprints completed. Stephanie Pohl and Kirsten Wald are the leaders. Kirsten Wald goes to the front of the peloton. 8 minutes of racing already over. And this rider looks like she's on top form in the green and white for Mexico. Mashakova puts in a big turn here. Is going to do at least half a lap. And interestingly, the peloton now lull a little bit. They let the pace go out the front of the race. These 3 riders working well together. The bell goes, 1 lap to go to the next sprint. Sprint number 3 of 10. And it's going to be Areola who's going to be challenged by Mashakova with Wong of Hong Kong, China. And they are almost going to lap the field as well, right on this sprint. They hit the line now. It is Mashakova who takes it. And if the peloton don't get a move on, then they're going to be lapped and lose 20 points as Danny King goes to the front. And for 3 riders to lap the field, it's not a good situation for the rest of the field. In fact, they're almost there now. Any moment now, they are going to get onto the back of the string, and then they will be firmly at the top of the leaderboard. 3 riders lap the field. Mashakova, Wong and Areola take 20 points. That completely changes everything. And it means that Mashakova, Areola and Wong are now the leaders. Sprint number 3, Mashakova took 5, Areola took 3, Wong took the 2 points, Danny King of Great Britain took 1 point, but the standings now look like this. Mashakova at the top of the leaderboard, Areola in second and Wong in third place. 2 riders now on the attack. 67 laps to go. And it is the Russian rider. That's why the crowd are going pretty wild now. Joining up with also a Belarusian, Elena Dilko. So the Russian rider, Chilkova, on the attack. The defending champion refusing to give her title away. The Belarusian, Elena Dilko, twice a bronze medalist in the European Championships, unable to go with the attack. Five laps to the next sprint. Now I think it was Bronzini who was making a move then. An extremely fluid pedaling style. And if Bronzini can catch the Russian, this is a really dangerous attack. Look how she's moving rapidly across the group. They know Bronzini is just so good on the road. I saw her in London a few weeks ago at the Wiggle Honda team launch. She's moved for the first time from an Italian team to a British registered professional team. And she was looking forward to getting back on the track. She'd just ridden the Track World Cup. She was looking forward to the World Championships and hoping to put herself in with a chance of winning one of the races. Now, she looks like she's struggling a little bit as she makes her way down the back straight. She's losing a little bit of pace, and the rest of the peloton are trying to bring her back. Still, this rider from Russia, Anastasia Chilkova, continues with the move. Bronzini in the gap. Her teammate in her British Pro team, Wiggle Honda, is Danny King. And Chilkova's tying up a little bit now. 1 lap to go to the next sprint. And the attack starts to happen, and it's the Cuban rider on the attack now. Dominguez here in the blue and red, number 45. Accelerating away, making that look very, very easy. Dominguez takes the 5 points. Second place will be Chilkova. Third place looked to me like it was the Belgian rider. That was Lotte Kopecky, and it was Mashakova of the Czech Republic taking another point to put herself firmly at the top of the board. So sprint 4, Dominguez takes maximum points, Chilkova in second place, which means that the current standings are now Mashakova in the lead. There she is, wearing number 47. Areola is in second place. Wong is in third. Dominguez is a long way back in fourth place, but still on the attack. She's got a look of a grimace on her face. 58 laps to go. Dominguez is now caught by the German rider, Stephanie Pohl, and having caught her, she's unable to go with the acceleration, so Stephanie Pohl decides to try and go it alone. The state of play then, just to remind you, Mashakova of the Czech Republic, Wong of Hong Kong, China, and Areola of Mexico took a lap quite early on. They've got 20 extra points for doing so, and Mashakova is the current leader. The peloton now seem to be very vigilant because they know that they can't afford to let anyone else take a lap. We see Yasmin Glazer of Canada go to the front, twice a bronze medalist in the team pursuit in the World Championships. Now Caroline Ryan stretches things out for Ireland, swings up to the top of the track. Glazer looks for some help. Sophia Areola goes through to the front in the green and white. Danny King of Great Britain also goes to the front. She has taken a world title already. A few riders not figuring on the leaderboard yet. Akudinov, Dilko, Glazer, Ryan, Washtyra and Kononenko. Mashakova leads 26 points, 53 laps to go. coming down now to 52. We are nearing the midway point of this points race. Danny King goes to the top of the track. A big move starts to happen down at the bottom, and it's Stephanie Pohl again. Danny King's going to go for this one. Kirsten Wild right on the wheel of Danny King. The acceleration down the back straight. Bronzini's trying to go with her teammate on the professional road scene. Kirsten Wild is there. King is with Bronzini. Very close indeed. Midway point, 50 laps to go. Sprint number 5 completed. Wild takes 5. Bronzini takes 3 in second place. There's the slow motion replay. Wild hits the line. Bronzini's there. Danny King in 3rd place. Stephanie Pohl took the 1 point in 4th place. King took 2. Bronzini 3. And maximum points to Kirsten Wild. Leaving the standings looking like this. Mashakova leads, 26 points. Ariola with 23. Wong is in 3rd place with 22. And Kirsten Wild with 10 points. .47 laps to go. Kirsten Wild and Bronzini seem to be marking each other out of this race a little bit. Anyone who wants to win this points race needs to take a lap now. Mashakova, Ariola and Wong are the 3 riders who took a lap early. Lotte Kopecky rides for Top Sport Vlaanderen, a rider who's fresh from the junior ranks. 46 laps to go. It's a little bit messy in here right now. 3 riders have taken the lap. The others don't really know what they're going to do about it yet. They know they need to take a lap as well, but so far none of them able to get more than a little bit of a gap. Yasmin Glazer accelerating. Very good team pursuiter with Olympic and World Championship medals. Canada producing some great riders. Tara Whitten, a previous winner of this points race in 2010. A real lull in the action now as Kirsten Wild dives to the bottom of the track. She decides to go on the move if she can. With her is Bronzini, Pohl, now Caroline Ryan tests things out again. Well, she knows she just needs to get the lap. It sounds easy, but it's so difficult to do. Which is why when you see Mashakova, Wong and Ariola make it look simple, you wonder how tough it can be. Well, come out and ride a track near you if you can, and then you find out exactly what it's like. The adrenaline's pumping. Now we see Bronzini go on the move, trying to score a few more points. Bronzini, the World Road Race champion, followed closely by, looked to me like Kirsten Wild and Danny King for a photograph. Bronzini takes it. Wild looks like she took 2nd, King took 3rd, and Mashakova scoring again. Confirmation then of the result. Sprint 6 of 10. Bronzini took maximum points. Kirsten Wild took 3, King took 2. Mashakova moves and edges slightly more ahead. 27 points now is the leader's tally of points. Ariola in 2nd place. Been really impressed with this rider on the front in the green and white. Sofia Areola, who's been on the attack during this race and last night. 37 laps to go. Lots more medals to be decided during this evening's racing, as the defending champion goes to the front now to try and instill a little bit more urgency on the front of the peloton. "35 laps to go. Is anyone going to do what Simon Yates of Great Britain did last night? Score a few points, make a move, lap the field, and then steal the race off the rider who'd led it all the way through? It's a big ask, but it's possible. Now we've got the attack of the Polish rider, Wojtyra. Wojtyra looks across the track. She's very quickly taken about a third of a lap's lead. Nice pedalling style from Wojtyra. The gap doesn't seem to be increasing now. She's going to have to really give it full throttle to put herself in with a chance of being in the top 4 riders. Wojtyra hasn't scored any points so far, so it could be her tactic, and that is sit back, and then when the time is right, accelerate hard, put yourself in with a chance of winning. 1 lap to go to the sprint now, as Wojtyra races down the back straight here, being chased by the Cuban rider Dominguez. But racing round now to the line, she is going to take the maximum 5 points after 22 minutes of racing, and it's Dominguez and Kirsten Wild who challenge for second and third places. Confirmation of sprint number 7. Wojtyra with 5 points, Kirsten Wild with 3, Dominguez with 2 points. Bronzini sneaks another point to leave the standings looking like this. Mashakov with 27, Areola with 23, Wong with 22, Wild with 16. Bronzini now is going on the attack again. "28 laps to go. The rider from Hong Kong, China, is the rider on the attack now. Wan Wong. Ticking down to the 20-lap sprint. See how tired some of these riders are now. The grimace on the face, the shoulders are rocking, and it shows just how tough a points race is. It's constant sprinting. You've got to have all your wits about you, and if you take a lap, it takes a maximum amount of effort out of you. I saw Simon Yates at breakfast this morning. I was talking to him about his win in the points race yesterday, and I can't exactly repeat everything that he said, but he was very, very happy. But he said that once he'd taken his lap, he was wrecked, and he just couldn't think that it was possible to score any more points. He had to sit back for a while until he'd recovered, and then he put himself in with a chance then of trying to take a few more points. And then that final sprint, he thought he'd lost it because he was so far back, but somehow he managed to find something from somewhere. And as he said in his interview last night, when you know there's a world title at stake, you can find something. The Australian rider Ashley Ankudinov has retired. She's riding around the centre of the track, and 23 laps to go. It is going to be medals by the looks of things for Mashakova, Areola and Wong, unless Kirsten Wild wins the next 2 sprints. She can actually put herself in the medal standings, and someone else needs to take a lap in order to put themselves in the top 3. 22 laps to go. The peloton have certainly slowed. It is the rider from the Czech Republic, Mashakova, at the front. Danny King of Great Britain is trying to get in the mix. Behind her, look at Bronzini. Big acceleration here for Bronzini. She realises there is a possibility of getting up in the medals as well. 26 minutes of racing gone. Bronzini takes 5 points, Mashakova takes 3, King takes 2, Pole takes 1. Which means that Bronzini has actually moved herself up into 4th place overall. She has 18 points, and if she managed to score in the last 2 sprints, she could move herself, as you can see, into the medals. A big attack now from the Russian rider, the defending champion Chilkova goes on the attack. She's only got 3 points, but if she can take a lap, she'd move into the silver medal position. Now the counter-attack starts to happen. It's going to be another thrilling run into the finish by the looks of things. It is Chilkova, tracked by the Mexican rider, who is now trying to take a second lap. And the Mexican rider, Sofia Arreola, who is in 2nd place here with 23 points, recognises if she can take another lap, then she can win the gold medal. Mashakova is the leader. These 2 riders working really well together down the back straight. The impetus goes out of the peloton. 2 more riders going away. And it is Mashakova, actually, who is in the chase. The other rider who is in the chase is Wong. The person who is the rider is in 3rd place with 22 points. So actually, the top 3 riders overall are on the attack now, and it's Arreola who's trying to go for this one. Now, she took the points and a lap, and Mashakova took a lap as well, then Mashakova would still be in the lead. But a great move by Chilkova. Being urged on now by the crowd who cheer the Belarusians and the Russians like mad. 14 laps to go. Another thrilling finish to a points race. Sofia Arreola, who last night, the rider in the green and white, rode so well in the scratch race, took the silver medal. It was a big surprise. But now she's going away again. The chase is starting to happen by the Cuban rider, who seemingly is very strong, Dominguez. Caroline Ryan goes to the group in 2nd place. Here are the 2 leaders who are now starting to get a little bit more motivation. 1 lap to go to the sprint. Now Arreola, if she can take this, will move closer to Mashakova, which will bring it all the way down to the final sprint, unless she takes this lap. So Chilkova at the front. Arreola wants the 5 points. Really close there, but it looked like Mashakova took it. Bronzini's taking more points. Confirmation then that Chilkova took 5, Arreola took 3, Bronzini took 2, and Dominguez took 1 point. The standings are now really close. Here we are. Confirmation of sprint number 9. Chilkova 5 points, Arreola 3, Bronzini 2, Dominguez with 1 point, which leaves everything to play for. Mashakova with 30 points, Arreola with 26, Wong with 22, Bronzini with 20, and Chilkova knows she has to take the lap. 8 laps to go. Chilkova still racing hard here to try and get across to the peloton. Now, the question is here about the 1st place. If Arreola can take 5 points and Mashakova doesn't score, she will win the gold medal. Bronzini can still take the bronze. It's still all to play for. And if Chilkova and Areola take the lap, then Chilkova will get a medal and Areola will take the gold. Keep your eye on this now. It's 6 laps to go. Areola looking for the gold medal. Chilkova, if she scores any points, won't even get a medal. So she has to take the lap before the finish. 5 laps to go. Can they do it? Well, urge them on, everyone. This is an incredible ride by these two. Areola knows she doesn't need to take the lap, but if she takes the 5 points, then she will be the world champion. Carnage on this track now. There are riders all over the place. Little group of 3 riders. And Areola working really hard, but she knows she doesn't need to take the lap. Chilkova has to. She winds the pace up down the back straight, and suddenly the rider from the Czech Republic realizes that there is a possibility of her losing this gold medal. Areola winding it up now. 2 laps to go. 32 laps of racing. Chilkova giving a little bit more throttle down the back straight. Bronzini's at the front. She's not worried. She just wants the 3rd place points, and Bronzini would take, if she beats Wong, she would take the bronze medal. It's all to fight for now. 1 lap to go. Chilkova on the front. It's all about who takes the points behind these two. Areola needs the 5 points for the gold medal. She is racing. Chilkova leading round. Who's going to take the sprint? Oh, I don't believe it. Areola takes 3 points. That's cost her the gold medal. Bronzini takes some points, so Bronzini will, I think, take the bronze, and Areola thinks she's won it, but she won't have scored enough points. What a finish. Mashakova shakes her head. I don't know if Areola realised she had to win the sprint. Whoa. Chilkova took 5, Areola took 3, Bronzini took 2, Wald took 1, which leaves the medal standings changed right on the finish very slightly, but Mashakova somehow, she's just looking, she doesn't realise, now she gets the confirmation that Areola had to win the final sprint, or she would have not win the gold medal, and she looks so disappointed, I don't think she realised. Mashakova sprinting round, she was dejected. She thinks here that she may well have just got the silver medal. Looking down at the bike, it's not the face of a world champion, is it? She thought she'd lost, but the answer is that she didn't. Mashakova wins by 1 point, taking the world title for the Czech Republic. Sofia Areola had to win that sprint. She loses by 1 point. And Bronzini with a fantastic final sprint. She looks like she will take 3rd place.